nursing, information technology, information security, theology, and they're offering accounting and finance. They have media short courses. They have professional courses like ICA, CIMG, ICM UK, CAIHRM, and more. Look, the entry qualifications: WASI, ABCE, GBCE, HND, or diploma. You can also enter as a mature student. Please dial star 789 star 300 hash. Star 789 star 300 hash for online serial number, and visit www.hcuc.edu.gh to apply. You can locate them at Amasaman behind the Olympic Stadium. Contact them on 0547 777 731. After several exciting Pru Fun rides, Prudential Life Insurance presents the 4th edition of Pru Ride Accra. Are you a professional cyclist or an amateur, or do you like to ride for fun? Here's your chance to ride and win incredible prizes at Pru Ride Accra, Ghana's first cycling race event. Date: Sunday, 10th September 2023. Venue: Black Star Square or Independence Square, Accra. Registration starts at 6 a.m. The race starts at 7:30 a.m. All right? Please register, and you have some big cash to win. 15,000 Ghana cedis, and every participant will walk away with a branded medal and riding gears, which are available on first come, first served basis. Betway is for the love of the game. Are you ready to get way more back with Betway in the new season? Giving you 100% back as a free bet up to 50 cedis even if you lose. If you are not yet 18, please don't bet. Betway. It's for the love of the game. Now, yesterday, Rutai got us talking, but we didn't finish the discussion. Rutai started off by saying something very important. The relationship with musicians and media practitioners, the media, musicians, and their friendship. All of these things come to play. Now, I want us to take the discussion a bit further. Please stay with us and give me, just 5 minutes of your time. Let's continue from where we left off yesterday.
For support you more from the beginning, no? And the musician be famous, be superstar near there. So friend of cry for interview on the show, so now musicians are only managers in Casa. They canabo. A BD was out there. Now a painful. So over support it. What done for a entertainer or a musician, from the time I was starting a career, no, near the over pushing, near the Nanipana be successful, now feel be successful. When you think that our traction into a friend about show, so now it be cried, and yet the traction be, for the love now woman Nipano into a friend now na interview be near the end with Chawabo because of course, say on bow league in Ibium, he plays a much bigger league. Into Sadia, and our musicians, maybe the some of these radio personalities, TV personalities, ama will be ababedaho. Until now, they don't feel obliged to help up and coming friends, to help musicians when they have made it. And our musicians, also say, with the technology available to them now and all the social media platforms, they don't even need traditional media personalities to help them anyway. Until it be a very disrespectful and very rude, towards traditional media practitioners. And one thing, and no, and a can't near maybe who and a massa unspoken rivalry between musicians, no, any media personalities. So it's a musicians near BBA. When they expect that in media and traditional media be through support behind them, no, they are sitting back, just looking at you. And in fact, some of them, even if they will make a comment on it, it will be a comment that will water down the efforts of these musicians. Yes, one of the things. ɛtwe sign no nti said ya Jamaica for ni bu omo baby say dance yard before you dance abroad. Oh, senka charity begins at home. In Kaunya home support, na say support na a massive. Then it extends to Ghanaians, the Ghanaian diaspora. Nanka musicians no say or kotobi na say okokro so na say Ghana for honoma Ghanaians na wo hono ene omo nam for omo nye Ghanaians no omo Ghanaians ne persuade omo de omo abane ade because they need to come and support their culture. So what I say into basis no any ho the home support no and said any hosa. So what I say so better say home ye if you can be about musician ne be our ye bia ho na ye dey try e water down the effort. Into that's one. The other thing near musicians you see, there's no bigger mouth than that of a musician's fellow musician's mouth. So I say, and see, recently says I called the air tour America. Nanka, the fellow musicians are almost so even if you're on your own tour, crampo crana, and Kadia Sako the air no efe. And tinka musicians no more hype will be a share and fly and Charlie Sack will be in your city this coming Saturday near there na more hype near there na and come some more fan base and getting all these cities across America na Sako the air tono Sako the bidu na Ghana fa be share home. The musicians themselves see themselves as competitors when it comes to that. And to say oh achieve ya let say Emma obi eluki like on the onya he enti yem wow ma won succeed eno podi enye Ghanaian musicians nkwan it is ye nyina it is start a business not try solicit the support of your friends now say man for beboawa you'll be amazed enti a cultural issue so to say because ye Ghana ni ye ni nuanom ne namfofo ben no ansa na oyeye ni nyina no opeso de mu nyina mo yenkoa. Until nobody wants to see the next person succeed because we ye pe o de be yenkoa. So until that is also one of the reasons. Until ube who said one musician is sorry ye bibi fefefe e wasenka other musicians ne support nanka because your situation no let's not say nyasa na ikrobi omo de but in my opinion senkaye nyina ti mi support ye ho saa ye betimi a build saa a united front no that formidable front e dey push barriers ne down nanka saa o two feeling I obi ko failure na dani asema beto yeso wa hai nanka yeso ye bi ne celebrity ne ade enti I've gone about 8 minutes or so. I'll wrap it up on the 10th minute. Saa de no yentimi enye musicians no should get off or should rid themselves of that fake love and love one another truly and be intentional about supporting each other, be intentional about building a united
Hitz FM 103.9.
So that's Hip Life pioneer Rutai sharing his 2 cents on the support for each other in our industry. What he is basically saying is that the musicians must also support each other. And so, yeah, Stonebwoy is going on a tour, and then they are all sharing the flyers, and they're posting it, and they're telling people, yo, my guy will be in your city tomorrow, so come out in your numbers to support him. Kim Promise will be in Germany. Come out and support him at Frankfurt. This, that. Kelvin Boy is on his way to France. Charlie, come out and support. Sarkodie is coming. Samini and Charlie. Unkobia. Then you help Omoma Kobino. Oh, Charlie, who's phone? Okay. Then you show them love. Because you know go So once you there here, you go live, then you tell people because you have followers, then you tell people that Adam is coming to your town. Then people will go and support. But brother won't do it. It's Adam as a.
No,
How are you looking at me like that?
they are all can now, I'm not sure.
Yes, because if Martinez gets show, me I no get show, but I'm popular or people know me and I have the followers and I can go live and say anything I want instead of using that time to tell people that Martinez is coming to the city so people can support. I won't do it. Then I'll turn around and come and say the industry what?
Ordinarily, this is the ideal situation. But really, in reality, we know that in most of them in their hearts, they are competing. There is that competition. And you are close to artists, and anytime you get to them, you feel that competition. And that will make it difficult for them to share that because they want to also have that success. They want to be the first in this. They want to be the first to. So it becomes like a difficult moment for them to push one to get there. And that is what we all would want them to break as music industry or music lovers, because we want to see it from the side of an industry rising. But some of them are seeing it from individual perspective. You know, we have motivation, and motivation is when you are driven by a need to achieve a certain goal. And everybody has his or her own kind of motivation. Some, their motivation is just utilitarian, that they say, oh, I have achieved this. Like you are thirsty. You know that, or you want to drink alcohol. You want to take any alcohol and satisfy that desire to drink alcohol. But somebody's own is hedonic. Such people,
not about you, bro. Why you speaking big English like that?
Yeah,
this
because I'm explaining the types of motivation people have. Somebody's own is utilitarian. That okay, I want a bag to put something in. So any bag at all he needs is the functional, satisfaction. He puts a bag in. But there's somebody whose own is hedonic. That is some emotional connection, emotional experience. So he doesn't just want any bag. He wants some brand of bag. So that is, when it comes to the artists, these are some, how some feel.
This is something you learned in school.
It is not just the artist. It is not just him seeing the industry rising, but he wants that kind of emotional connection to say that I did this and not this person. And the issue of the fan base has even come to worsen that, where the fans only want their side of the artist or their favorite to be the winners and no one else. So even if the artist want to post, if he's not careful, he can get some lambasting from his colleagues, his fans, his own fans. So this is one thing we should be able to break, because anytime you, the artist, being the leader, goes the other side, you are trying to put your folks, those who are behind you, in a certain check. So if, say, Shatawale posts Stonebwoy's, program, his people finds it's, obligatory to go by what Shatta has done. If Stonebwoy does the same, they also try to go. So the musicians can shape their fan base in a way that collaboration we are talking about can be achieved. Because at the end of the day, if you push your colleague to get to a certain pedestal, your colleague can come back and also lift you, especially when you are in your difficult moment. So,
but in the case where I'm posting about you, but you are not posting about me,
that is where at times the problem is. Andy, do you know that it goes like down to even birthday, where others post their colleagues on their birthday, and when it's their turn, they see those people not wishing them. I have seen artists who have taken offense to some of this. And
of course.
Since then,
Yes.
they have decided not to post their colleague or wish them happy birthday, because when it was their term, that favor was not returned. So you see, as human institution, these situations are difficult to prevent, but we can preach it so that we become conscious of it to change the status quo.
Okay.
I mean, nothing can stand forever. So people should be conscientized to support each other, and the respect he talked about, respect for industry players.
Right.
And
Thank
nothing
you.
stops, nothing destroys, or nothing is destroyed when you show respect and reciprocate a favor an industry colleague has done to you.
Right. Thank you. Matthias, would you want to share before Habis come in, or would you want Habis to?
Anyway.
Right. Go ahead.
Okay. I think words of wisdom, we so far from what Rutai said, I don't see why somebody will argue. What he said is something he has observed from the past. And yesterday, we just had a short discussion on it. But then I listened to the tape, the video. I watched the video over and over, and I realized if we go by what he's saying, it will help, irrespective of how you feel about it. Maybe he didn't address something you wanted him to address, but what he said is generally a good advice. Support your own. Put the pride and ego aside. Let's respect each other. Let's come together. Let's have a united front. Let's be strategic. Let's have, a certain agenda. And like I said yesterday, that's the right mindset and the right step he spoke about. We just have to be smart. And so I agree with Adam that the fan army part of the game, although it's helping the artist, but it also has its negative effect, which probably we've not thought of that. Because I remember when Shatta had his collaboration with Beyonce, we saw some of the trolls on social media, and for me, I thought it was unnecessary. It is still Ghana. And so whoever gets the opportunity, we need to throw the support behind him or her. So if you are a SAC native and a Beam fan, you come out, Stonebwoy has an opportunity or is able to achieve something or get a certain mileage, and you are, because you belong to SAC Nation, you come out and ridicule it, or you make it look like, oh, you guys can make it better than what Stonebwoy has done. It's very wrong. I remember Stonebwoy's video that people were talking about when he was trying to get in touch with Selena Gomez, and some people were saying self-put. And I was like, so what at all is wrong with us as a people? Whatever we do, we have something to say. If the boys are not getting out there, or they are not getting certain platforms, we claim they are not being serious enough, or they are not showing some aggression, or they are not putting in much effort. But we throw them, and sometimes I feel the artists get discouraged because it becomes like they don't get the support they are supposed to get. But look, this is the time we put all these things behind us. As an industry, we have to see the way forward. I always say that if you are not able to conquer the O2 Arena, because that is the basis why Rutai came in, concern raised about the artists feeling there and blah, blah, blah. And I believe that it has getting to that point where the artists feel we are putting too much on them to fill the O2 Arena. Should that be the standard and blah, blah. So they also have a genuine concern. But it looks like others are doing it, so we believe they can also do it. That means we all have to come together and help make it happen. But yesterday I was thinking of something that if we cannot conquer UK, if we cannot fill O2 Arena for now, we have the former French ambassador to Ghana, who has a very good relationship with us, relates very well with our industry. What is the advantage we are taking as an industry, as artists? What are they even taken from it? Because I'm sure there are huge auditorium also in France.
French. I'm asking.
Andy.
I'm asking. Are you going to speak French?
So are we saying we cannot build a market
That's
there?
no, I'm asking you.
So they should build on the Accra to Paris.
No, but you see, whether we will speak French or not, I understand where you are coming from.
Question I asked.
But say they also speak English.
Okay.
I believe there's a way out. At the end of the day, it's about getting the woman on board, knowing how far, aside the Accra to Paris, like how we can
tap into that market.
Yes, penetrate that market, how we can build a very huge fan base, how we can also conquer there. And so, like you said, we had the opportunity, Accra to Paris. What are we doing about it? How are we tapping into it?
Maybe
because, like you said yesterday, she's coming this week. I believe there's
coming on Thursday.
I believe there's more she can offer than that. But it looks like our attention is the O2 Arena and UK, and we feel that is the only place that when we are able to conquer them, we've done the maximum. But I believe there are opportunities elsewhere. We can start from somewhere. So from what Ruta said, the artist must also understand that part very well, that you cannot disrespect the media personalities as well. Because look, when you sit here and mention an artist's name and you promote and project the artist's brand, it goes a long run to add value to his or her craft. The artists need to understand that way. But, there's that feeling that we give you content.
Like what Andy did this morning, by asking Bredas to play some songs, mentioning their names. And the next day he's calling them and they're like, Charlie.
So it's very unfortunate.
For me, if I call you, you don't mind me, fine.
So, Andy, if we will go forward, start with the artist.
Okay.
They need to understand that, after producing the content, everything, they need the media personnel to project it. And so that relationship, that respect, it has to be there.
Okay.
And that is where Rutai highlighted so much.
All right, thank you very much. Let's invite Abiz in. Abiz, well, today we're extending the conversation we began yesterday.
Yeah.
And you heard Rutai continue with it.
That's right.
At least you've heard from Adam and Martinez. What's your take?
Well, I agree with Rutai, on a lot of things he said there. It's all really profound. I told you every industry have that situation, because this is people dealing with what is supposed to be a show off, a show business and reality. The fans are real. They are in real life, they face real life challenges. Artists do too, but artists, when they get on the music thing, is a game, is a business. So sometimes the fans can confuse it and just think, they don't live in the world like they do, and they don't have the feelings that they do and emotions. So artists need to do a lot more by, being real, putting a lot of realness in what they do, how they move, so the fans can really understand that these are, really real people. I'm speaking because I've been there. I've been an artist myself. Situations whereby you couldn't do certain things like as real people would. Then it disconnects you from from the people. So then you start to act a bit funny. So somebody who's your colleague, maybe on the media, who's living a real life, who comes out, go home and can go to anywhere, but you can't because you're a celebrity, you can't really move like that. Then you start disconnecting with that person because maybe you're hiding for the person, you have some things to hide, that kind of situation. So I felt like, the kind of artists that you see that have been relatable today are the real artists, the people who they still real, they keep it real. You see what I'm saying? I can really liken this to when I said every industry got theirs. In the States, I've never been in the States, but I'm a big hip hop fan. I follow through what they're doing there. There was a time that a lot of people disconnected with Funk Master Flex. They said he doesn't play some people's record.
On Hot
He doesn't-
97.
Yeah, that he doesn't like them. And he was saying that you know, responsible to me. Like, so he started saying that these people, you're not useful to me. Like you don't do right things, and I'm not gonna support you. So the guy is so outspoken like that. And in that kind of situation, that the fans would understand that this is not about enmity. This guy has a real cause on what he's saying. He's saying this guy is not putting on for the culture or for the people. And sometimes, of course, bias will get into it. But I'm saying it is okay. All these situations happening is okay. But then what are the solutions?
Thank
Prefer
you.
solutions to move forward.
Solution. So let's look at the solution. What is the solution? I want you to continue with the solution. Because for me, I keep asking. We have all the problems. We always spot the problems, but not the solutions.
That's correct.
We are always asking questions. Hey, and people are feeling the O2. And you people can't go there. What is the solution? What is the solution? Adam, should I start with you, or Abis, will you continue?
Yeah,
Okay.
I can kick it.
Right, please go ahead.
Kick it. So, well, I think one of the main solutions would be, what's the purpose? What's the purpose? Why? There's got to be a purpose. There's got to be a common ground. So if the artist says and the media says, we have to move this Ghanaian music industry forward, and to do so, we have to find a common ground. I know you have differences. I know you have your style of doing things, but if this industry flourishes, we all flourish. Other people can come in and benefit. Then the stakeholders can come to, foreign investors can come to, And these are the things you guys have already been doing. I know that got you this far, but you can do more. So now if the purpose now becomes, let's push our thing, let's get out there, then it becomes, a dialogue get open. For example, now in the UK, the Nigerians in the UK who are in the music industry over the entertainment, they were in tune with a couple of people from back home over a couple of years ago, and they started talking about, we need to start expanding. Somebody like Smith, Smith was a youngster in the UK who got connected with people like the band from back in the day and started running with these people and started saying, you know what, I'm going to learn the schematics to how we can have situation.
I know about that.
Saying I'm going to have to learn the schematics on how we can take our business up in the UK. So he learned it. He was there. He studied it. He ran with somebody like Shopsidu Adeshokbe. Shopsidu used to work with Factory 78. It was a long journey. So, but they had the purpose that, someday we're going to have to put this Nigerian music thing or Afrobeats on the spot where people can buy. And they started connecting with the guys that own the restaurants, the bars, the Nigerians who own the bars, the restaurants, and started saying, how can we do this together? Let's bring our boys from Nigeria. Then today, you see, it becomes something that is now a venture. Because now, aside these big names I'm mentioning, aside the O2 Arena getting filled up, there are some small-time promoters as well in the UK who are Nigerians that bring our boys into the UK. I have some young artists I work with. Some of them are on tour currently. And they're not filling up big spaces. People don't even know about them, but they are in the UK making money because some Nigerians who are over there as promoters are bringing them in. So I think maybe some Ghanaians who are over there as promoters should do some work too. So, but this has to be like, a purpose. Everybody need to come and have a common understanding that we're doing this for what reason, and will it be profitable? Of course, it's got to be profitable.
For me, I think the promoters in the UK are doing very well, especially Accra UK, Alodia, just to mention a few. They are doing very well. But the problem is the people. Yeah, Ankasa. Yeah. But in due time, I will address that. Adam,
so
you
this
come in with your solution. Yeah.
I think it's all about a certain goal and putting in the effort to achieve. It's not just one side, because if we look at breaking into the international market, it comes from various facets. One of the reasons Afrobeat got the needed attention comes from different patches, and it came together from the side of events, very important, and it goes to issues like streams. It is when musicians from Africa started having huge streams. That's where some of the international music executives started paying attention to. Gone were the days that Afrobeat didn't even have some sort of attention on these platforms, the DSPs. But after the streams, they realized that no, people are enjoying this. So, if Ghana, we want to move, we need to work and ensure that we are doing well when it comes to the streams, because the song should cross over for you to be able to tap into that market. And the song crossing over, you need to work hard. That is promotion. Don't just release the song and think it should do the magic. Changing music consumption has changed. It was back in the time where TV stations and radio will play to you what to listen. But now people have it in their hands, determining their playlist. So it means that you need to let them get, before you get their attention, you need to let them see the need to give you the attention. So we need to push hard in promo so that we'll be able to cross over. I've seen Cream Promise touring on a song in Nigeria, which is a good move because the song Terminator is doing well there. So
I think Africa is number one.
Yes, yeah. So we need to move on the song. We shouldn't just be happy sitting down and getting videos about our song. Let's move on the song.
Right.
Now we should also, try to establish links with the right plugs, both locally and internationally, because if you want to go to UK by road, you do not have to sit down. You need to secure visas. You need to so use the right channels, and every dream will be achievable, like the Wanderlust Ghana people did.
Okay. What it is?
Boss, we need a united front. And for me, I think there should be a meeting where top 5 influential presenters, entertainment hosts are selected or are invited. Same as event organizers, promoters, especially those in the diaspora, like Dennis, Alodia, and even the artists. The big arts. These people should all come on board, and let's see the way forward, because it is those who have that big influence that can start making that change. And so if we have these presenters like yourself, we have these top artists, maybe 4 or 5 come together, we have the promoters and the event organizers and bloggers. So if in all, maybe 20 people, as well as top entertainment pundits as well, to have a discussion and a common goal that this is the role we are all playing maybe in the next 5 months, 6 months. Because like Abi said, Sadiq brought him. So for me, I believe we have the men here. We've been talking about getting big record label for our artists and all of that. We have the men who can pull in that plugs that Adam is talking about. But then we all have to come to that table and have the discussion. If not, we all be at our corner talking about what to do, and by the time you realize, nothing will be done.
Righty. Brad Kwam says it's about time. Well, I mentioned it. See, when I was asking that, it was a genuine question I asked, because when you mentioned France, I'm like, well, we are going to speak French. Yes, barrier. And that was why I asked, because I didn't challenge you because I wanted you to be certain on what you were saying. Because look, there are people who used French in their music here.
Yeah.
And they could do very well in France, but they never had the opportunity to perform there.
Like SK Blinks at the time.
Beautiful. Typical example.
Like every product, like every company, when you want to put out a product, you need to do a research.
Of course, there must be your target.
Yeah. Then when you do the research, you understand the dynamics of the market and tap into it. So if you're an artist and you want to enter a certain market, it depends on your dreams and vision. But if you want to tap it well, you have to use the right approach.
Brackwam says it's about time you guys get it that language isn't a barrier in music. You go to a club and you see blacks jamming to Spanish songs they don't understand, just the beat turns you on. Let's do things right. Samson Siaowo says, what did you say when Stonebwoy ridiculed Shatta featuring on Beyonce's project? Did he say anything?
I don't even know what he's talking about.
Oh dear. Shabali J says, yo, big ups the legend himself, Rutai. Sometimes I wonder why A-list artists don't fully know how to use the power they achieve to win more investment for the benefit of the industry. But we don't have to blame them. There is a higher power working to keep them disunified and segregated. And that all what the butterfly effect of the new world order. That's on Facebook. Let me read a few on Twitter and sign out. Bless_Kaba says, good morning, Brandy. How I see the industry, opportunist investors and record labels that take advantage of talented upcoming creatives, greedy creatives that want everything by themselves once they blow. Our biggest actors here doing shoo-shooling. What's the meaning of shoo-shooling? Anyami Saul says, how can Martinez say Gasmilla is not recognized when it comes to rap? Gasmilla is the best guy rapper. Now, Martinez, under what expertise are you there? If Andy Dusty hadn't come in to say Gasmilla is a good rapper, imagine the rot. 95 Volunteer says, Andy, now our music industry has turned into GPL. To some extent, I will agree with Rutai. But what has the pioneers, the gatekeepers, and even the musicians themselves done to solve this? What happened to the support your own agenda promoting Ghana? Asem Sebe. Yo. And also, Abiz, so you're going back to Nigeria today?
Tomorrow. I actually moved. The flight, I go tomorrow morning.
Okay, great. I mean, this is your home. Adriba says, good morning, Andy. All I will say is, we will get there. We'll get there. But if you don't fill your tank, over short to petrol. That's all I want to say. Because we will get there, If we can, and it's not just about talk. It's the act. There must be an action. Yeah. People are working. So sorry, Lunch Avenue. Call them on 0558 502 206. Yes. It's Lunch Avenue. Eat proper food. Lunch Avenue. Enjoy the convenience of lunch order and delivery right to your doorstep from Lunch Avenue. Yes. Once people are enjoying good food, some people are there bragging. They get money. We are eating from Lunch Avenue. If you have money, eat proper food. Chop proper. Tasty, hammy, yummy. Yeah, healthy. That's right. So yeah, I beg you. Game Park Limited. Attention, Stephen with ticket reference 1 LOR 4FJU stroke GC54. Your number ends with 4141. We are trying to reach you. Stephen, your last name has been withheld. You want 108,000 Ghana cedis at the 9 a.m. draw. Hashtag 223. So if you win, they will look for you. Then it means I've not been winning. Because I've been asking myself,
you try.
No, because challenge me try, but I've never won. Now I've noticed that
I win go pay the 10%.
If I win
for
tax.
No, tithe.
Tithe to who? The person that gives me the number. So give me a number. Right now, make a stake. Because 9 a.m. the NHM, so 12. Remember, Momo wallets are limited. And so wins of 100,000 Ghana cedis are paid via bank transfers or checks. Contact Franco Usu, Director, Sales and Operations, Game Park Limited. Call him on 0555 930 300. My brother's destiny has changed.
Yes.
Franco Usu.
Wow. Frankie 5.
And he was sitting somewhere, wasting time.
Oh.
Regulated by the National Lottery Authority. 18 plus. Play responsibly. And I'm a computer boy now. Come for this guy that now. Oh, motor. Yo, Charlie, thank you very much for coming.
Sure.
And thank you, Abiz.
Thank you so much.
I'm so grateful you came, bro. I'll come and visit you in Nigeria.
Now I expect you.
Yeah. I've got some friends there. Producers, Diaso, Chills. Yeah. Why will you go with me? Let's go to Lekki. Yeah.
Please foster collaboration discussions. That's very important. I know you have such personality and influence. Please
That's right.
foster it. While I'm here, I've discussed with a few persons and say I can curate a number of Nigerian emerging artists who have great engagements on the streets and on social media. And I also want them to curate a number of Ghanaian emerging artists who have similar. Then we create a project. I'm gonna come back and facilitate a recording camp, like a 3 or 4 or 5 days camp.
Great.
Where both of them are gonna make several records, and we
Amazing.
put it together. We put a budget behind it and we push it. So such is a kind of situation where we can find a common ground and push on the front together.
I posted something on my timeline a few days ago that I want to know people who are very popular on the streets but not on radio. Did you see it?
Yeah.
And I saw,
Hey, it was crazy.
yeah. And you see, it gives me an opportunity. That was how I discovered
I
Yao
need that
Darling.
list. I need that list.
That was how I discovered Yao Darling. That was how I discovered Crispin. Because people send in their songs. Sometimes when I'm bored, I just go there on my Facebook wall, go and check. Then I listen randomly. I listened and I found there was this guy called Calculus. Amazing talent. Charlie, super. I listened to the boy like, yo, who's this? But Charlie, cash no day. But I'll start pushing them to you.
Please send me those.
Yeah. I'll
I'm
start
interested.
pushing them to you.
Most
so
of
you
the
can-
guys where you see on top of the game in Nigeria, they're usually boys from the streets. Wiz is from the streets. Ashake is from the streets. Rema was found on the streets of Benin. Like I'm telling you. So because the street guys got tenacity, there's this hunger for more. So
That's right.
yeah.
That's right. Thank you very much. Thank you. Listeners, this is where we ended for today. Tomorrow we'll be back, same time, 6 to 10 a.m. But the show is so packed, too many segments, and unfortunately, we don't have enough time for the discussions, but we'll make enough time. Tune in same time tomorrow. I hope you enjoyed it. My name is Andy. Thanks, Adam. Thanks, Abiz. Thank you,
Thank you too.
Martinez. We'll be back same time tomorrow. Thanks to DJ Bidash, Fly Nima Boy, Nana Kwame Labi. Thank you, Anna Old. Thank you, Mr. Agla. Music Box is up next with Mr. Agla till midday. Till I come